Good morning, everyone. This is Miss Nell Ward, and I am putting out my second parent video um, directly related to foundational literacy skills. I mentioned it yesterday in the email. Again, my hair's grown a lot longer since my first video, so that's what the hat is for. But I wanted to make sure that everyone was not overwhelmed with the work that I'm putting out. And I understand that you have a lot of work for your other classes, but I wanted to make sure that we didn't lose any of the skills that our students have worked so hard for all year. And a simple way for them to practice those skills is to do the card deck daily. It's a 5-minute routine. And honestly, they could do it 2 or even 3 times a day, and they're going to benefit every time that they do it. I'm going to show you how to get to it. There's one in each playlist. You go to my YouTube site, which is Miss Nell Ward's Peru. There I am, again with a hat. And I'm going to click on there, and you can find the playlists over here. You know where your student is. And inside the playlist, and I'm going to just click on one that just showed up, but the giraffe card deck is here. And this is a practice card deck. All this video is a card deck. I'm going to do it in my regular voice, but I would love for you to use this card deck every day, even if you're not going to do one of the longer videos with the spelling and the sentences and reading. It's great to keep your sound fresh, and I don't want you to lose them. So you can do it 1 time a day, you can do it 2 times a day. If you're bored, you can do it 3 or 4 times a day. Remember, I want you to trace these sounds either in the air or on your desk, say them so that you hear them, be looking at the card, say this letter, the word, keyword, and the sound. Let's get started. A, apple, A. T, table, T. B. I think that you get the idea of how that that plays out, but I want to make sure that you understand the purpose behind it. The purpose is that we use multisensory approach based on Orton Gillingham, which is literally decades old. It's from the 1930s, and it is the most utilized approach to foundational literacy skills acquisition, particularly for students with disabilities. But one of the things it requires is daily practice. Of course, it requires 90 minutes of daily practice, and I'm giving you a quick way to access it each day here on YouTube. But a plug for the longer videos is that we, as reading interventionists, want students to hear, to see, to feel, to read, and to write these sounds on a daily basis. So the other videos give you an opportunity, give the students an opportunity to do all of those things. But this card deck, if the students take an eraser and trace the letters on a piece of paper or on a table, you can just wipe away the eraser dust afterwards. That's going to give them vestibular input. So they're feeling the letter. They're going to feel it on, when I say touch their voice box, they say A, apple. They trace A either in the sky or on the table, say the keyword apple, and then touch their voice box to feel it, the sound. Okay? This allows them to utilize all 5 senses and make a mind-body connection to encode the sounds that go with the letters. And these are things that come naturally to some students and need explicit teaching to other students, and they need explicit practice on a daily basis. So that's what I'm offering you here. What I plan on doing later today is, because I've also been helping out with my nephew who receives intervention at school and is at home as well. So I do a Zoom lesson with him every day. And his is a day 1 lesson, and then I'll film one of my daughter, Caroline, doing a day 2 lesson, because I've been doing this with her too at home. So you will be able to see what the longer lessons look like and how to do it with just a notebook paper if you don't have access to a printer. I hope everybody's taking this in. If you have any questions, please call or write me. Thanks.